at this for a while. You are now pollinating things all over the place. But I want you to take yourself back to those participants in the room, that day you were there and you don't even know what you got yourself into. What would you say to those going through the cohort for the first time, just now starting to really get exposed to this way of thinking?
Probably a couple of things. One is to just take some deep breaths. This is new. For me, it was somebody taking my head and turning it this way. You know, I wasn't used to that. It's like trying on a coat that's too small or too big for you. I'm not sure about this. I would just say, try it. Just try it. And when you try it, give it 100%. The kids deserve that. And when you start to see these kids taking this on and getting excited, it won't be hard to try it all. But getting it going, when you stumble, when you're having a hard time grasping a concept, because I was trying to take these great concepts that you were putting out, and well, how is this going to look when we do this on the daily or the weekly or whenever we met? And it was hard, but you were there to guide me, and we figured it out. And I would just encourage people to give it their best, because the kids deserve it, and to ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask you a question. Use other resources. If you know other people that are familiar with the concepts, no question is too silly, because we need to know it in order to run it properly with the kids. So do your homework, ask a lot of questions, and just try as hard as you can.
Thank you for saying that. I know the concepts, you know, we start out really, really big picture, right? Like huge, giant paradigm shifts. And then we drill down into the actual application. And it's it's a little discombobulating in the beginning, because you can't see exactly what does this look like.
Right.
People go, what is this gonna like? And we do get there. But kind of having those higher level, like, got to tilt your head a little bit before or we're going to end up applying something in the wrong direction.
Exactly. You do have to understand the concepts before, why would you do something if you don't know where you're going? So you do have to have that, and I would also say, don't get frustrated. There are going to be times where you have set up this meeting. It is so important. You are at a pivotal moment in doing this project that's involved in Embrace, and all of a sudden the schedule gets changed and they're giving SOLs unexpectedly or something. Don't get frustrated. If it doesn't happen this year or this semester, you can make it happen later. In the schools, particularly, things can change on a dime. So, look at COVID.
Exactly. I was like, we are all getting really flexible.
Yes. So be ready to pivot, and don't get upset about it, because some things you can't control, but it's worth it. It's really worth it.
I want to volunteer your team of students, because I think they are going to teach the rest of us how to do this in a post-COVID world. They are determined to make it work this year in a virtual setting. So
yes, indeed.
You're not alone. I think that's a really important reminder.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. Really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. And Jennifer will be coming back to us throughout the training to help us make that transition from a high-level concept to what does this look like in the school setting. So you'll see a lot more of Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.